I went away to Egypt to work there for a while and fell in love with Tara, the flower of the Nile. I had to make some money so she and I could wed. That's when I got a job there working on the pyramids. The pharaoh of all Egypt, a crummy little creep, would come out almost every day inspecting in his Jeep. He had a big fat stomach and a little pointed head, and everyone who saw him thought he was already dead. And then one day it happened, the pharaoh of Egypt came out to see how we were doing on that creepy crypt. He took one look at Tara, and him she did beguile. The next thing that I knew, they were both sailing down the Nile. And so I crept into the pharaoh's crypt and cried all alone there in that creepy crypt. I cried, I watched him sail away from me, my Tara by his side. That's when I crept into the crypt and cried. Sad story is rather hard to tell. They had a royal wedding and they rang a wedding bell. I watched them as she promised to be his faithful bride. Then I crept into the pharaoh's crypt and cried. Oh yes, I crept into the pharaoh's crypt and cried all alone there in that creepy crypt. I cried. I watched him as she promised to be his faithful bride. Then I crept into the pharaoh's crypt and cried. I crept into the pharaoh's crypt and cried. That's when I slipped into that sepulcher and sighed. Oh yes, I crept into the